Assalamualaikum everyone. Welcome to my channel AB Khan Insights. In today's video, I am going to give you the information about the planet Mars, which we also call it as a red planet. To know more about this red planet and why we call it as a red planet, stay tuned in this video and watch my video till the end. But wait, if you have not subscribed my channel yet, then please do subscribe it and turn the notifications to all to get updated of my new videos, and follow me on social creator accounts. So let us proceed to the video. Introduction of red planet. Mars is the fourth planet from the Sun in our solar system. But wait, why we often call it as a red planet? Due to its bloody color and appearance, the Romans named it after their god of war. Now what is god of war? Let me ensure to the viewers that the name Mars is a Roman name, so a brief concept about ancient Roman and Greek god of war is: Ares was the Greek god of war and one of the 12 major Greek gods who lived on Mount Olympus. Yes, now a new question arises there. Why and how Ares is related to red planet? Because I have told you that Mars or red planet names were suggested by Romans after their god of wars. But Ares is included in Greek god of war. So what? To sum up the history discussion on planet study, I would like to tell you that you can't think that these Romans and Greeks belong to Mars. What? Haha. Now what's the conclusion? Befitting the red planet's bloody color, the Romans named it after their god of war. In truth, the Romans copied the ancient Greeks. I am repeating this. The Romans copied the ancient Greeks, who also named the planet after their god of war, Ares. Other civilizations typically gave it other names. As we all know, something related to the history contains multiple thoughts and hypotheses. For instance, Egyptians named it as Har-Dasher, meaning the red one, and Chinese ancient astronomers dubbed it as the fire star. So to close the history chapter, let us move to the other chapter. So as I have given you a brief concept about the name of the red planet and the ancient Greek and Romans, now we shall discuss about the orbital characteristics of the planet. One of the most important and my favorite part of a planet is its orbital properties. The axis of Mars, like Earth's, is tilted with relation to the Sun. This is what means that, like Earth, the amount of sunlight falling on certain parts of the red planet can vary widely during the years, giving Mars seasons. However, the seasons that Mars experiences are more extreme than Earth's because the Mars' elliptical oval-shaped orbit around the Sun is more elongated than that of any of the other major planets. When Mars is closest to the Sun, its southern hemisphere is tilted towards the Sun, giving it a short and a very hot summer, while its northern hemisphere experiences a short, cold winter. When Mars is farthest from the Sun, the northern hemisphere is tilted towards the Sun, giving it a long, mild summer, while the southern hemisphere experiences a long, cold winter. So the facts about the Mars orbits are as follows. Basically, these are also the orbital characteristics of the planet. Its average distance from the Sun is 141,633,260 miles or 227,936,640 kilometers. By comparison, it is 1.524 times that of Earth. Its perihelion, means closest approach to the Sun, is 128,400,000 miles or 206 and 600,000 kilometers. By comparison, 1.404 times is that of Earth. Its aphelion, means the farthest distance from the Sun, is 154,900,000 miles or 249,200,000 kilometers. By comparison, it is 1.638 times that of Earth. As in our solar system, all of the 8 planets revolves around the Sun, which is the star of our solar system. So in this way, we can measure its average distance from the Sun. Yes, there are many planets, 8 planets, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, and all of them. Physical characteristics. The bright rust color Mars is known for is due to iron-rich minerals in its regolith. Now what is regolith? It is basically a kind of loose dust and rock covering Mars' surface. The soil of Earth is a kind of regolith too, albeit one loaded with organic content. According to National Aeronautics and Space Administration, the iron minerals oxidize or rust, causing the soil to look red on the red planet. The cold, thin atmosphere means liquid water likely cannot exist on the Martian surface for any length of time. Features called recurring slope lineae may have spurts of briny water flowing on the surface, but this evidence is still disputed. Some scientists argue on it while the others research on it. Many regions of Mars are flat, low-lying plains. The lowest of the northern plains are among the flattest, smoothest places in the solar system that is potentially created by water that once flowed across the Martian surface. However, there are far more physical properties to discuss, so let us proceed further. Atmospheric composition by volume. According to National Aeronautics and Space Administration statistics, the atmosphere of Mars is 95.32% carbon dioxide, 2.7% nitrogen, 1.6% argon, 0.13% oxygen, 0.08% carbon monoxide, and with a minor amounts of water, nitrogen oxide, neon, hydrogen, deuterium, oxygen, krypton, and xenon. Now, to discuss further, what's the Encyclopedia? To tell a lot information in a short way, I would like to tell you the Encyclopedia of Mars. Equatorial diameter is equal to 67 or 6,792 kilometers. The mass of the Mars is 6.4 into 10 power 23 kilograms, and its mean distance from the Sun is 228 million kilometers. Exact value I have told you previously. Rotation period is equal to 1.03 day. Solar orbit period is equal to 1.88 year. Surface gravity is equal to 3.7 meter per second square. And surface temperature equals minus 63 degrees Celsius. And summer and winter temperatures may vary. Magnetic field. Mars currently has no global magnetic field, but there are the regions of its crust that can be at least 10 times more strongly magnetized than anything measured on Earth. This suggests that those regions are remnants of an ancient global magnetic field. Structure. Crust is iron-rich basaltic rock, mantle is solid silicate rock, core is partially liquid iron, nickel, and sulfur. The outer crust is rich in silicon, oxygen, iron, magnesium, aluminium, calcium, and potassium, all of which could be used in the development of future human outposts on Mars. Silicate mantle was once very active, giving rise to many of the planet's distinctive surface features, but which now appears to be dormant. To discuss core, like Earth, Mars has undergone differentiation, resulting in a dense core primarily comprising iron and nickel, but with around 17% sulfur, which renders the core partially liquid. I have discussed the structure, now we are discussing the internal structure. Scientists think that on average the Martian core is between 1800 and 2400 miles in diameter or 3000 and 4000 kilometers in diameter. Its mantle is about 900 to 1200 miles or 5400 to 7200 kilometers wide, and at all, its crust is about 30 miles or 50 kilometers thick. Rising somehow upward climate. Mars is much colder than Earth in large part due to its greater distance from the Sun. Its average temperature is about minus 80 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 60 degrees Celsius. Although it can vary from minus 195 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 125 degrees Celsius near the poles during the winter, as much as 70 degrees Fahrenheit or 20 degrees Celsius at midday near the equator. The carbon dioxide rich atmosphere of Mars is also about 100 times less dense than Earth's on average, but it is nevertheless thick enough to support weather clouds and winds. The density of the atmosphere varies seasonally as winter forces carbon dioxide to freeze out of the Martian air. In the ancient past, the atmosphere was likely thicker and able to support water flowing on its surface. But over the passage of the time, lighter molecules in the Martian atmosphere escaped under pressure from the solar wind, which affected atmosphere. The moons of Mars. Yes, the major property of every planet, not every, but some planets, is their moon. Remembering our home planet, the Earth, which have only the one moon revolving as a natural satellite around it. But some planets have more than one moon and some have no moon. So, the red planet have two moons. The two moons of Mars, naming Phobos and Deimos, were discovered by American astronomer S.F. Hall over the course of a week in 1877. I am sorry to pronounce their name correctly, but their names are mentioned in the video. Hall had almost given up his research for a moon of Mars, but his wife Angelina urged him on. He discovered Deimos the next night and the Phobos 6 days after that. He named the moons after the sons of the Greek war god Ares, where the moon names are somehow meanings, have their own meanings, where Phobos means fear, while Deimos means rout. Both Phobos and Deimos are apparently made of carbon-rich rock mixed with ice and are covered in dust and loose rocks. Now, the last chapter, who explored Mars? The other important question arises that who first time saw the Mars? The answer is Galileo Galilei was a scientist, was the first person to watch Mars with a telescope. So if you have enjoyed this video, then please like it, comment it and share it with your friends, and also don't forget to subscribe my channel and turn the notifications on for new videos. Till then, stay tuned. Allah Hafiz.